mentioned with the Richard Shermans, the Pat Petersons, to leave Chris Harris Jr.'s. But once upon a time, he was of that same ilk. Skip, the Steelers have not had a Pro Bowl corner since 1996. 1996. This guy is a former former Pro Bowl corner. Yep. Now, injuries, as I mentioned, has robbed him of that. He says he's healthy. I like guys that are motivated. In his mind, he believes that Cleveland didn't believe he could be that guy anymore. Now, it's reported that they asked him to take a pay cut similar to the money that he gave, and he's looking at it like, why would I take a pay cut here when I know we're not going anywhere, at least this year? I can go on the open market, and I get to choose my team because I'm going to be free, and I get to go where I want to go, and, hey, he knows that division.
Yep.
He gets to play his games on turf, on grass, which is very important for a guy as he starts to get in age and he suffered a lot of lower leg injuries. So this is huge for him. Skip, this is a move. Everything the Steelers, it's almost like the Steelers and the Patriots. Everything the Steelers are doing, they're doing it for the Patriots. Kind of like the Cavaliers and the Warriors over the last 3 years. Golden State got their thing, and then here come Cleveland. They made moves, and then Golden State made a new move. Skip, Tom Brady's last 7 games against the Steelers, 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. In the championship game, 32 of 42, 384, 3 TDs. Skip, you got to find a way. And the thing is, when you're dealing with him, when you're playing the Patriots, you must hit Tom Brady, make him move off that spot, and take him to the ground. If you don't, I don't care what you have, you're not beating him. And the teams that have beaten him in the playoffs, they all can do one thing: go get him. You look at the Broncos, they could go get him. You look at the Giants in the Super Bowl, they could go get him. The Ravens, they could go get him. If you can't go get him, you can't beat them. And now with Edelman being out, that's one less weapon because he's the guy, because he's that chain mover, Skip. You get him in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, oh yeah, we finna get off the field. And next thing you know, he got 7 yards and he's doing this. That's one less a weapon that they have to worry about. He's a guy that can play man coverage, but can they go get? But this is a big move for them, and for them to get him, Skip, because it was reported that he had better offers on the table. He wanted to be in Pittsburgh. They wanted him in Pittsburgh. Skip, I like this move for the Steelers.
Well, to your point about you better be able to go get him,
yes,
then you shouldn't be talking about Joe Haden. You should be talking about T.J. Watt, JJ's little brother, because that's your best hope to go get him, right?
Well, at least the guys won't be open right now. At least he'll make Tom Brady check the ball, and maybe that give him a tenth more to get there.
And by the way, I will remind you, Joy doesn't need to be reminded of this, but Tom Brady and company in that AFC Championship game last year, they were up 36-9 with 3:36 left in the game, and Pittsburgh scored a touchdown and made a 2-point conversion to get to the final score, but
it wasn't that close.
It wasn't that close, 36-9. I know Joe Haden a little bit, and I really, really like him. He's a great young man. I wish we could have him on the show right now because he will just light it up. But I fear that Joe Haden is no longer Joe Haden. I don't think he's that guy anymore, and I hope I'm wrong about that for his sake. But I'm going to give you he will help Pittsburgh a little, but not a lot, not enough.
Is he better than what they got?
Yeah, sure, because they had a glaring need for a starting corner.
Yes.
Because I think they had 1, but they didn't have 2.
Correct.
And so I'll give you that. So they're going to pay him $7 million this year, 3 years, $27 million overall. It's worth it to them. Correct. And he's going to come with the chip on his shoulder because Cleveland flat out dumped him. And now I think the opening game, if memory serves, is at Cleveland, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. So that's perfect. That's right on schedule. And obviously Joe wants to get even with the Browns, who tried, by the way, to trade him in his $11.1 million salary unsuccessfully. And they just flat out whacked him, cut him.
Yeah, but Skip, would, maybe if you tried to trade him before the draft, maybe you could have gotten something for him.
Maybe.
But you're trying to trade a guy worth what, 11 point? Nobody's budgeted that in, Skip. Nobody's budgeted $11.1 million.
I mean, unless you're that desperate.
Right.
But nobody was that desperate.
Right.
So to your point, 2015, Joe Haden missed 11 games with a bad finger injury and a concussion, not a good sign. Then last year, he missed 3 games, but all year he fought groin issues, and then he had to have groin surgery in the offseason. And the Browns just didn't see enough to say he's worth $11 million this year. But as we just spoke of in a couple segments back, the Browns are just in flat-out rebuild.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to wipe it out. We're going to gut it, tear it down, and rebuild it. Good luck to Hugh Jackson doing all that. I hope he can survive that.
Yes.
But the point is, Joe Haden could be great for them.
Yes.
If he can be back to Joe Haden. And my gut feeling is he's not. So they got Martavis Bryant back. They drafted, as I said,
Offense is not their problem, though, Skip.
Yeah, but you know what? They should be more worried right now about Baltimore and Cincinnati than about trying to eclipse New England because, hey, this division is rough. You like the Ravens, right? And
because
I'm intrigued by Cincinnati, but now Fontez is gone for 3 games.
Because the thing is, Skip, everybody now with the addition of Greg Williams, everybody will play defense in this division. Now, Steelers have the weakest defense of everybody in the division.
They do.
But they have the most potent offense. And the question is, because the first time that the Steelers played the Patriots at home, Landry Jones was the quarterback. And it was like 27-16, and they were like, man, if we'd had Ben, it'd have been a different story. Well, you had Ben, and it was a worse story. Because the fact that Le'Veon got hurt early, he was a non-factor. And if but look, scoring points, that's great and good. I'm not, if I'm a team, I'm not trying to get into a scoring contest with the Patriots. Teams that beat them, they hold them to under what they normally get. So you better be able to, that front four, T.J. Watt and James Harris. Now, if James Harrison was probably like 5-6 years younger, because he could consistently go get pressure, but he's not that guy. He's gonna be a role player. He's gonna be like a relief player, spell guys here and there. But Skip, this is an upgrade to what they had. I mean, Brady has not thrown an interception against the Steelers since 2005. So he doesn't turn the ball over. You don't sack him, and somehow you expect to beat him.
I remember last year they were talking about zone versus man, and
no, but you can't play. You can't give him a steady diet of anything. Because he'll build up a tolerance to you and he'll pick you apart. So you got to give him zone. You got to give him man. But if you got guys that can go, look at the Giants, Skip. They front four. You know, Vaughn and D. Ware and those guys, Malik Jackson and Wolf. You look at Suggs and those guys that can go get. You got to go get him. But you can't sacrifice your back end all the time. You got to give him, switch it up.
Are you saying if Pittsburgh had Joe Haden last year when the Cowboys visited, are you saying that Dak wouldn't have been able to go the length of the field in the last 42 seconds to win the game? Joe Haden would have made that much of a difference? Is that what you're saying?
Skip, this is not a Cowboy time.
It's Dak Prescott.
Why you try to get Dak in everything?
Because he's an MVP candidate, and he's going to make you look foolish with no Zeke.
Skip, all I'm saying is there will be a time. It was 1 year. I mean, look, 1 year. Rockwell. I feel like somebody's watching me.
So one-hit wonder?
My girl loved to party.
Is that what you're saying? Are you on the record? He's a one-hit wonder.
No, I'm just saying.
Flash in the pan.
No, I'm just saying I need to see more. I mean, there's sometimes I walk. Skip, you ever
I saw more in this preseason.
Okay, maybe when you were younger. But sometimes you're driving down the street and you see somebody catch you like, dang. And then you drive back around and you look again for the like, oh, I don't know why I turned back around to see that. You know what I'm saying? That happens.
Really?
So that was 1 year.
It seems like a lot of effort.
No, but I'm saying, you like, I mean, that ain't Nicole Murphy. Not Nicole Murphy. Now you drive, just keep driving around. Man, she got a picture. Did you see on Instagram?
Yes, I saw it, Shannon.
Jump, Skip.
So you're saying that upon further review, upon the second time around the block, Dak Prescott's not going to look that good?
I don't know, Skip. But I'm going to drive back just to make sure. He might be Nicole Murphy. Good God, body. Skip. I mean, that woman there, fatter than a swamp raised possum.
Who is the real Aaron Rodgers?